Dr. Aaron Cross had always believed that the universe held wonders far beyond what humans had seen. At 37, he was known among his colleagues as a careful scientist, a man who measured everything with logic and patience. He had a fascination for languages, human, alien, extinct, or imagined, and he had spent years trying to understand the subtle ways living beings communicated. But nothing had prepared him for what he was about to encounter on Viridia 9. Viridia 9 was a planet of contrasts. Its northern hemisphere was cloaked in dense forests, jagged cliffs, and ancient stone ruins that hinted at a long-lost civilization. Scientists from the Orion Colonial Alliance had set up a small research outpost at the edge of the Silent Veil, a region so remote and dangerous that most personnel avoided it. Strange energy readings had been detected for months, but the official reports called them natural anomalies. Aaron suspected otherwise. It began with a drone patrol. The colony's security team had deployed small hovering drones to monitor the perimeter of the Veil. One morning, the footage came back with a discovery so shocking it left everyone speechless. An 8-foot-tall humanoid with fox-like features moving among the trees. Its fur shimmered silver under the sunlight and its ears twitched like a wild fox, but its eyes, golden and intelligent, stared directly at the camera. It moved with grace and precision, almost as if it had studied human technology before touching it. The colony commander, Lieutenant Harris, called an emergency meeting. Scientists, engineers, and security officers crowded into the small briefing room. Aaron watched as panic spread. "Shoot it on sight," Harris ordered. "We don't know what it is. It could be dangerous." Most of the team nodded, fear in their eyes. But Aaron did not. He felt a spark of curiosity stronger than fear. The figure in the footage wasn't attacking anyone. It wasn't even aggressive. It was intelligent. And to Aaron, intelligence demanded respect. "I won't harm it," Aaron said quietly, earning a sharp look from Harris. "But I want to try talking to it. Understanding it might save lives in the future. You want to walk into the Veil alone?" Harris barked. "You'll be dead before you see sunlight again." Aaron only nodded. He had made up his mind. That night, under a dim sky filled with 2 moons, Aaron prepared his equipment: a universal translator, a small field recorder, a satchel of supplies, and a personal energy shield. All the standard gear for first contact, though never used before on anything this size. He moved silently past the sleeping outpost and into the Silent Veil. The forest was alive with sounds: strange birds, whispering winds, and trees that bent in ways that seemed unnatural. Aaron's heart beat faster, but his hands were steady. Hours passed, and there was no sign of the being. Just when he began to wonder if the sightings were mistaken, a rustle came from above. He looked up. The creature was perched on a large branch, 8 feet of silver fur blending with the moonlight. Its eyes glowed like amber lanterns, and its long, fluffy tail wrapped around the branch for balance. It tilted its head, watching him with a mixture of curiosity and caution. Aaron took a slow step forward, raising a hand in a gesture of peace. "I'm not here to hurt you," he said softly, his translator humming as it processed his voice into a sequence of tones and symbols. The fox-like being tensed. A low hum of energy emanated from her body. Aaron noticed strange pulses in the air, like invisible waves bending around her. It was both beautiful and terrifying. "I'm Aaron," he said. "I want to understand you. Can we communicate?" For a moment, she did nothing. Then slowly she descended from the branch, landing lightly on the forest floor. Her movements were precise, almost rehearsed, as if every step had a purpose. She spoke, but not in words Aaron recognized. Her voice was melodic, like wind chimes mixed with the rustle of leaves. The translator hummed and converted some of it into broken English. "Danger. Humans, leave." Aaron nodded. "I understand you're afraid, but I'm different. I want to learn. Can you trust me?" The being, whose name he would soon learn as Vashara, crouched low. Her ears twitched nervously. She reached out a paw-like hand and touched a nearby rock. The rock glowed faintly, emitting symbols in a strange light. Aaron's translator struggled to process the signals. The symbols were not just language, they were memories, warnings, and knowledge encoded in a visual form. Aaron stepped closer, careful not to frighten her. He examined the symbols and realized they depicted an ancient civilization, one that had once spanned stars and planets. Vashara's species had survived a plague and war that had wiped out countless worlds. The fox-like alien was the last of her kind, guarding the remnants of her people's knowledge. He gently held out a small tool he carried, a portable energy calibrator. "I can help you," he said. "I think this is damaged, isn't it?" Vashara hesitated. Then slowly she handed him a small device. It was delicate, made of metal and crystal, humming with faint energy. Aaron worked carefully, repairing it using techniques he had studied from alien archaeology. As he finished, the device glowed brighter, and a wave of relief passed through Vashara. For the first time, she stepped closer to him. Her amber eyes softened, filled with a kind of cautious hope. Aaron smiled. "You're incredible," he said. "Your species, your history, it's amazing." Suddenly, a sharp sound cut through the forest. Drone engines. Human drones. Harris had tracked him and sent a strike team to the Vale, prepared to neutralize any threat. Aaron froze. The drones hovered, sensors locked onto Vashara. Vashara's body stiffened. Energy pulses intensified around her, a protective field shimmering into existence. The drones fired warning shots. Sparks bounced harmlessly off her shield. Aaron raised his hands, shouting into the comm, "Stop! She is not a threat." The drones hesitated. Some operators, unsure, paused their actions. Aaron continued, speaking into his translator and the colony's communication system. "She is intelligent. She is alive. You cannot just attack." Vashara's tail flicked, and a pulse of energy sent a shock wave through the clearing, knocking the drones slightly off balance but causing no injury. The sight left everyone at the colony staring at their screens in awe. She was powerful, yes, but she was not violent. Aaron slowly stepped between the drones and Vashara. He spoke to her in the translator's broken English. "I promise I will protect you. You don't have to fight. Let me help you." For a long moment, nothing happened. Then Vashara lowered her energy field slightly. She spoke again and the translator hummed to life. "Human. Trust rare?" Aaron nodded, feeling a swell of hope. Yes, trust can exist, even between species. He turned to the drone's operators. "Stand down, observe, learn. This is not a threat. This is a miracle." The moment was tense. The drones hovered and Vashara watched Aaron intently. Then slowly she stepped closer to him. Aaron noticed her eyes scanning him as if trying to understand not just his words but his intentions, his very essence. "This place," she said, pointing to the glowing ruins around them. "Memory. Home. Lost." Aaron studied the ruins. Symbols covered the stone walls depicting creatures, stars, and energy patterns. The device he had repaired pulsed in harmony with the ruins. It was clear that Vashara's people had been advanced far beyond human technology. And now, their legacy rested in her hands. As Aaron documented everything, the drones began to retreat. Harris, watching the live feed, made a decision to hold back for now. Perhaps there was more to this than fear. Perhaps Aaron was right. Vashara finally allowed Aaron to approach the central stone device, the largest of the ruins. She touched it gently, and a holographic image erupted into the night sky. Stars, planets, and strange structures floating in space. Aaron watched, stunned. Her species had once traveled the cosmos. They had knowledge humanity had never imagined. He spoke softly, reverently. "Your people, you've been through so much. But your history, your knowledge, it could teach humanity to be better, safer, stronger." Vashara tilted her head. "Humans, reckless, dangerous," Aaron nodded. "Sometimes. But some humans, we learn, we listen. I want to learn from you. Please teach me." She hesitated, then placed a hand over the device, causing it to glow even brighter. Symbols flowed into Aaron's translator. Memories, warnings, instructions. The weight of a civilization's past pressed upon him, yet he felt honored. The night stretched on, and for the first time, humanity and Vashara's species truly met, not as conqueror and conquered, but as beings capable of understanding each other. As dawn approached, Aaron knew the real challenge was yet to come. The colony might still see Vashara as a threat, but tonight a bridge had been built. One human, one fox-like alien, and a choice to embrace curiosity over fear. And Aaron was ready. The first rays of Viridia 9's twin suns pierced the forest canopy, casting long golden shadows across the ruins. Dr. Aaron Cross sat beside Vashara, still recovering from the adrenaline of the previous night. He watched her move gracefully among the glowing stones, her amber eyes scanning the environment with caution. Despite her size and power, there was a gentleness in her every gesture, a quiet intelligence that fascinated him. But the peace would not last. Back at the colony, Lieutenant Harris had awakened to the live feed from Aaron's drone cameras. The fox-like being, the ruins, the strange devices, it all looked like a threat. Harris was not alone in his fear. The Colonial Council had called for immediate military intervention. A strike team, armed with energy rifles and hover drones, was deployed to the Veil. Their orders were simple: secure or neutralize the alien presence. Aaron sensed the change in the air. He spoke softly to Vashara, who was perched on a large stone. "They're coming," he said. "I tried to tell them not to, but some humans cannot see reason without fear." "We need a plan." Vashara's ears twitched. Her energy field pulsed faintly, reacting to the approaching machines. She spoke in her melodic voice, which the translator rendered in broken English. "Humans. Dangerous. Cannot trust. Must protect." Aaron nodded. "I understand. And we will protect, but without violence if we can. I promise." The first drones appeared, hovering above the treetops like metallic insects, their sensors locked onto Vashara, scanning for energy signatures. Aaron raised his hands in a universal gesture of peace. "Stand down. Observe only," he shouted through the colony's communication system. The drones hesitated. The humans piloting them looked unsure. They had never seen anything like Vashara. She was powerful, strong enough to destroy their equipment, but she had not harmed anyone. Aaron's words echoed over the comms, reaching the strike team. "She is intelligent. She is not your enemy." Vashara lowered her energy field slightly, enough to allow Aaron to approach. He felt the hum of power around her, like static electricity in the air before a storm. She reached out with one hand and touched his shoulder gently, as if acknowledging his bravery. Aaron studied the devices scattered around the clearing. Among them was a small glowing crystal, the heart of Solon, a piece of technology from her people capable of channeling immense energy. Vashara's paw rested lightly upon it. "I think this is why your people fear you," Aaron said quietly. "They see power, but they do not understand it. We have to show them we can use it wisely." Before he could finish, a sharp metallic voice crackled over the comms. Lieutenant Harris had overridden the drone AI. "Dr. Cross, disengage immediately. You are in direct violation of colony safety protocols. Cease contact with the alien and return to base." Aaron shook his head. "I cannot." "Not until they see her as I see her." Vashara's tail flicked, sending a small pulse of energy across the clearing. One of the approaching drones shuddered, then drifted to the side harmlessly. The other machines followed suit, sensing her defensive abilities. Then Aaron had an idea. He grabbed the portable translator and connected it to the heart of Solon. He spoke carefully, slowly, his voice calm. "Vashara, I need your help. If we show them what your people's technology can do without hurting anyone, maybe they will understand." She looked at him, her eyes reflecting a mixture of fear and hope. Finally, she nodded. With a graceful movement, she activated the crystal. A beam of soft light shot into the sky, illuminating the veil with shimmering colors. Energy patterns swirled around the clearing, forming holographic images of distant planets, advanced cities, and thriving ecosystems. Aaron guided the display, narrating what the images meant. "Your species once protected planets like these. You learned, you adapted, and you survived. We humans. We want to learn from you, not fight you." The drones hovered, silent now, their weapons inactive. The soldiers operating them leaned forward in awe. Harris could not believe what he was seeing. His orders were to neutralize the threat. Yet the alien before them was showing intelligence, history, and restraint far beyond human expectations. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. Commander Ralvik, a rogue officer who had grown impatient with caution. He advanced with a small team of soldiers, ignoring Harris's orders. "We take it now," he shouted, raising his rifle. Aaron stepped forward. "Stop! She is not a weapon!" Ralvik sneered. "Humans die because of trust. We don't negotiate with aliens. We take what we need." Vashara's ears flattened. Her energy field flared, extending outward in a dome of light that pushed Ralvik's team back without harming them. Aaron moved closer, placing himself between Vashara and the soldiers. "Ralvik," he said firmly, "if you fire, you destroy the chance for humans to learn something truly remarkable." "Step back." Ralvik hesitated, then fired. Energy bolts streaked toward the crystal. but Vashara's field absorbed them, sending arcs of harmless light into the air. Aaron grabbed her hand. "We need to end this peacefully. Trust me." The rogue commander lunged, but Vashara reacted instantly. With a controlled movement, she emitted a pulse that disarmed the soldiers without harming them physically. Their weapons floated harmlessly into the air. The team fell to the ground in awe, realizing they were powerless against her strength. Aaron turned to Vashara. "Now the final step. We need to show them how our species can work together." He explained his plan. The heart of Solon could activate fully if both human and Vasharan presence combined with intention. Aaron took a deep breath and placed his hand on the crystal beside Vashara's. She mirrored him, her energy flowing into his. For a moment the world held its breath. Then the crystal blazed. Energy rippled across the veil, touching trees, soil, and air. Plants grew rapidly, leaves unfurling in minutes, flowers blooming in vivid colors. Small creatures emerged from hiding, exploring the transformed landscape. Water in nearby streams shimmered with vitality. The entire valley seemed to awaken. The soldiers, including Ralvik, watched in stunned silence. Their fear melted into awe. Harris stepped forward, lowering his comm device. "Dr. Cross, she's incredible," he admitted quietly. Aaron smiled at Vashara. "Do you see? Peace, trust, and cooperation are stronger than fear." Vashara's eyes glowed softly. Humans, capable, learn, together. For the first time, both species truly understood each other. It was not about dominance, not about weapons or control. It was about shared knowledge, respect, and unity. Days passed, and the colony adjusted to the presence of Vashara. She agreed to act as an ambassador, sharing her species' knowledge with humans willing to listen. Aaron continued to document everything, translating her history, culture, and technology into forms the colony could understand. Rogue soldiers were detained, and Ralvik himself admitted he had underestimated both Vashara and the human capacity for empathy. Harris, once skeptical, now promoted Aaron to lead a joint research project, human and Vasharan, on sustainable planetary technology. Vashara's energy field became a protective mechanism for the Veil, ensuring the flora and fauna could thrive without human interference. She taught Aaron about her people's ways, energy manipulation, communication through symbols and gestures, and the delicate balance required to maintain harmony with the planet. Aaron learned quickly. He realized that the Fox-Girl alien was not just a being of strength but of wisdom. She had survived countless hardships, and her hope now rested in humanity's hands. Months later, Viridia 9 became a beacon of interspecies cooperation. Human architects and engineers worked alongside Vashara, rebuilding the colony to integrate with the natural environment rather than dominate it. The heart of Solon powered clean energy across the settlement, sustaining the valley's ecosystem while providing safe living conditions for humans. One evening, as the twin suns set, Aaron and Vashara stood on a cliff overlooking the Veil. The air was alive with the sounds of thriving wildlife, and the glowing stones of the ruins reflected in the water below. "You saved my people's legacy," Vashara said softly. Her amber eyes met Aaron's. "You understand. Humans capable." "Goodness," Aaron smiled. "Not all humans are the same. Some of us choose to learn, to listen, to protect. That choice, that's what makes us strong." Vashara's tail flicked lightly. "Together. Stronger," Aaron nodded. For the first time, he felt truly hopeful about humanity's future among the stars. He had always believed in discovery and understanding, but now he knew something more. Empathy and courage could bridge worlds. The colony celebrated the first anniversary of the Heart of Solon's activation. Humans and Vasharans worked side by side, sharing knowledge, teaching, and learning. Children, both human and alien, explored the forest together, their laughter echoing across the Veil. Aaron looked at Vashara and realized that one moment of courage, one decision to approach rather than fear, had changed the course of history. He had dared to make contact, and in doing so, humanity had gained a powerful ally, a teacher, and a friend. The story of Aaron and the 8-foot alien fox girl spread across the Orion Arm, inspiring others to approach the unknown with curiosity rather than fear. It became a symbol of the best humanity could offer: courage, understanding, and the willingness to see the universe not as a place to conquer, but as a place to connect. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the Veil in shades of gold,